other guys. I do have to read off this paper, I apologize. But hello everyone, my name is Owen, and when Peyton asked me if I wanted to speak at the wedding today about 2 years ago, my initial reaction was, isn't Claudia gonna make a speech? Do I really have to? And to anyone that knows Peyton, she threw her hands up in the air and she said, that's great, my best friend doesn't want to speak at my wedding, I'm not gonna. Well, as you know, I'm pretty good at a guilt trip, and she knows that too, so here I am today. Feeling a little unprepared and a bit under pressure, I wasn't quite sure how to start this speech. So, like any true millennial, I began watching some videos for inspiration, and this is what I have for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Academy, distinguished guests, I stand before you today, deeply moved and humbled, to accept this prestigious award of Man of Honor. First and foremost, I'd like to start by saying I am forever grateful to the Academy for presenting me this tremendous honor. To my fellow nominees, ladies, you look stunning tonight. You are a truly amazing woman, and it has been an honor standing beside you in this fight. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner. You might be thinking, I am the only one to win this title because of my ability to grow a beard in under a week, or my unwillingness to sit through hours of hair and makeup. And yes, you'd be correct in that assumption. I had so much fun getting to know all of you over the past 2 years, and you have all made this overwhelming process enjoyable and memorable, so thank you so much. But in all seriousness, I first met Peyton in the early 2000s. I remember being at Jeff and Michelle Puckett's house, who lived behind us in the neighborhood, and in comes rolling the biggest red Durango with the smallest woman I've ever seen. Now pops Peyton, ready to completely move Olivia's bedroom into the playhouse, just to move it back as soon as it was set up. Not the ideal play date, but hey, we made it work. It was about 12 years ago when I was still styling my hair in the shape of a duck's ass, and Peyton was rocking quadruple elastics on her braces that we became best friends. It became Facebook official on June 15th in Chelsea Davis's classroom. That was also the same day that we performed Call Me Maybe dance to Carly Rae Jepsen for our entire 8th grade class. Yes! Stay tuned this evening because I'm sure Peyton will make me do it again tonight. Peyton and I ripped through high school joint at the hip, making a mess of things in the process. From countless nights spent studying for AP biology to sneaking out of school for mid-coffee runs. I use sneaking very loosely because when 8 out of the 10 coffees that you were buying for teachers, it's not really sneaking. That's how we used to bribe the front desk ladies to let us back in. But one of the mornings, to our surprise, Bob was behind us in the drive-thru. He was both upset and excited because his daughter had left school. She was finally acting like a Janelle. But she wasn't in school, so he was upset. High school was also when Miss Brinkman-Young was convinced that I was dating Peyton and not Joey. And unfortunately, this is an honor that this man did not need. But like many of you know, our fun did not stop in high school. Peyton and I also started our college careers at UNE together. I lived in a room the size of a closet with 2 other men. Meanwhile, Peyton was living in a large, what I like to call a penthouse suite. So I frequently slept in her room when her roommate was gone. One night, I began sleepwalking around the room and ripping pictures off the wall. And I unexpectedly woke up to Peyton hitting me and screaming at me, which is fair. But naturally, I gave her a nudge back for ruining my dream and waking me up so rudely. Coincidentally, this was the same dorm in which Peyton's elevator and Hannaford bag stories stemmed from. Unfortunately, Peyton would not allow me to share these stories this evening, but I'm sure if in a couple hours you find me, I knew the first time when I saw Joey screech like a velociraptor back in Peyton's face that she has just done to him seconds before, that you both had found your forever person. That was also accurate. I also knew in that moment that Joey was just as crazy as Peyton. He puts on a good front. Don't let him fool you. I also want to take this moment to officially apologize to Joey at camp when I convinced you to drink a whole bottle of champagne in under an hour. I'd also like to apologize to Bob, Cheryl, Lynette, and Dave for the mess that they had to clean up the next morning. Joey truly is a great sport though. The amount of times that Peyton and I have made your eardrums bleed from singing the most obnoxious songs in your car after a night of brewery hopping. The countless stories that Peyton and I have told over and over again, and you sit there and you just listen as if it was the first time you've heard them. And for always being the guy to shoot down our dumb ideas, because they're not going to work. Peyton and Joey, it is evident that your love transcends the years that you've been together. Thank you, Peyton, for being the best friend and a sister from another mister that I could ask for. Thank you, Joey, for becoming a friend that I never knew I needed and for accepting me into your life without any questions. I love you both tremendously, and I cannot wait to watch you embark on this next chapter of your lives together. To see all the amazing things that you accomplish and the beautiful things you create. I do have one request, and that is please do not forget your official third wheel once you're married. Congratulations. I also have the distinct pleasure of doing the toast this evening, so please, everyone, join me in raising your glass to the newlywed Mr. and Mrs. Curate, and to a life of happiness and Mookie snuggles. Cheers.